Well, I'm with Howard Quayle, Chief Minister of the Isle of Man, and a couple of things, but the first one is that more of a connection with the Commonwealth is coming up. The Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, the Isle of Man's joined it, so This sounds like you're going off to Barbados every few weeks.
Yeah, yes? I wish.
Well, no, anything with the Commonwealth in it sounds like people do go a lot of travelling.
Right, no, it's not to be connected with the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, which is another area that some of our politicians have contacts with the Commonwealth. This is, I suppose, if you look upon it, like everyone thinks about Brexit, and they focus on Brexit, but Brexit is part A. What happens after the UK comes out of the European Union? They've done there'll either be tariffs or it'll be tariff-free, but then the UK has to negotiate with the rest of the world with the WTO negotiations. And what best way to position the Isle of Man than if you can join this council, which represents 53 countries, Paul. So in these countries, you've got access to South Africa, India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, all Commonwealth countries.
Surely they're under the umbrella of the Commonwealth anyway, surely?
Yeah, but we've negotiated, I'll be there, I've negotiated with Lord Marland that we can join, the Isle of Man can join this council, and that will get us access to the business leaders of these 53 countries. And as I say, there are some very big hitting countries in that list. I think it's 2.4 billion people, population of the world in the Commonwealth. And, we already have businesses that do an awful lot of business. And, some of our banks, Bank, Standard Bank in South Africa, to name but a few.
I know you're trying to sell it, but the public will be sitting there going, this sounds like a jolly, because you're going off to South Africa, Canada, you name it, Barbados, anywhere that's going to have people in the Commonwealth.
I'm going off to London.
No, not just you, but there'll be delegates going. Come on, this is what happens all the time with these things. You join these clubs and you go on trips. I'm not saying you, I'm just saying that's the perception of what the public will see on this.
I am the representative that's sitting on this council representing the Isle of Man, and the next meeting, the big worldwide meeting, is in London.
Okay, but there will be nice trips abroad somewhere, right?
I'm not planning on any. So I think you're confusing me with your life, Paul, of international globe.
Don't bounce it back to me, Mr.
If I had
Quayle.
a third of your trips off Ireland, but no, this.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's not make this. This isn't a joke, Paul.
No,
this is incredibly serious.
I'm not joking about it.
We are positioning the Isle of Man to ensure that we now have access to the business world of 53 countries in the Commonwealth, and it's all about positioning. The Isle of Man already plays its part with the small country's financial management scheme, which we've been doing since 2009. It's brought us an awful lot of brownie points in the international world, that the Isle of Man takes its international responsibilities very seriously. We've helped 23 of the 53 countries with our programme.
Right, okay.
And
let's talk about the Isle of Man. What are the benefits? I mean, what does it cost to be a member of this club?
I'm not. It's shall we say, it's not a fortune. So I don't know if I'm able to give you.
It does cost money to be a member.
It costs money to be a member, but we're not talking hundreds of thousands of pounds.
You get a top seat at this table, or an equal share at this table.
I get a seat on the table. See, the Isle of Man can't join the Commonwealth because we're not a sovereign nation. We're a crown dependency. But I've been able to negotiate the fact that we can sit on this council.
And Jersey and Guernsey will be there as well, will they?
No, Guernsey aren't on it. I think Jersey are joining too.
They're not already ahead of you. They're joining the same
time.
I
think they are slightly ahead of us.
Okay, so we a year from now, when I talk to you about this, what benefits do you hope to have attained from this?
Well, if you do business, and in your business, it's who you know and the contacts that will open doors for you, and it's a case of the Isle of Man plays its part in the Commonwealth already, but this will enable us to get access to numerous countries, and when it comes to business negotiations. So if we have businesses on the Isle of Man who are looking to expand in some of these countries, we will have, as through our membership, will be able to open doors to help them do the business with some of these major countries.
And when you attend it as the version of our Prime Minister, are you sitting there with Mrs May and that sort of level, or is it down one notch? Is it ministers? Is it?
It'll be ministers. I mean, I won't be able to attend the full council in April in London, because that will be the heads of states, and I'm not from a sovereign country.
Is that frustrating for you?
Well, 80-90% of all the trade we do is through the UK, so I suppose it's no, it's not. It's not frustrating. An awful lot of people think we should be a sovereign nation, but we would lose so much financially. I think until the day comes where you can see a good business case to be a sovereign nation, being a Crown dependency is right for the Isle of Man. It's good for the Isle of Man.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I'm playing devil's advocate on this thing, and people that what I'm trying to say is, so you're very positive about it. Are there any negatives? I mean, or is this just a good news story as you would see it from the government?
Well, I see it as a massive good news story. You know, instead of commenting on some of the minor stuff that happens on the Isle of Man, this is a major issue. The Isle of Man is now a member of this council, the Enterprise and Investment Council, and it gives us access to 53 countries.
So back to this thing in a year's time, you think you'll have actual agreements in place? As the Isle of Man, agree something with South Africa?
Good Lord, no, Paul. No. The WTO negotiations, the Brexit isn't going to be done by March 2019, but in the future, when Brexit is sorted out and the negotiations have happened, the UK cannot negotiate with WTO countries in detail until it's come out of the European Union. So once the UK has come out of the European Union, then the negotiations start in earnest, and that's when we will be able to. So
you won't see anything next year at all? There won't be any particular movement on this? So
no,
how far down the line will there be an item you can say, well, we've done this, we've done that?
Well, in the next 4 years, there will be WTO negotiations between the UK and these countries, and the Isle of Man is a member of the WTO through the UK, and we have been since April 1997, and that is something our colleagues in Jersey and Guernsey aren't members of, and they are trying to join now. So
how many times a year do they all get together? And obviously they could be hosted here one time, blah, 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 move around, or is it always in London? Or
I think it's, well, obviously the Queen is the head of the Commonwealth, so this one is in London in April. I don't know how often the heads meet, but I'm more interested in the business end.
Well, how many times a year will you be talking about?
I envisage maybe 2 meetings a year.
Okay. So we'll talk about this from year to year and see how it goes, eh?
Yeah, well, hopefully anyone with a business head on will be able to see that this is a good strategic move where you've got access to 53 countries that you didn't have access to from a business point of view in the future. And anything I can do as Chief Minister to help our business community get contracts and extra business throughout the world and bringing investment into the Isle of Man, I'll do it.